Let's get back to all of your children. You talked a little bit about Shelley and Jackie, myself, and then Roger. And we have yet to know a little bit more about Patty and Eddie. Tell me, in your words, some of the things that went through your mind when you're ready to have Patty. Tell me how that all went. Any memories of her?
Well, Patty was the first one that was born post-school. Dad was finished with his dental school, and it was the first one that didn't have to move into a project. So,
So you moved your family
we
from...
we were living in Omaha and around family, and that was nice. And so we were more settled. Had kind of a starter home. We paid a down payment of $800.
We had to borrow that.
Wow.
And
So that was a lot of money back then.
so, but anyway, yeah, with Patty, we were very fortunate because she was a month post-mature, and the doctor didn't get there. He was in surgery because I was too late getting to the hospital after being a month late. But anyway, very lucky. Everything was okay. So, but she came home to a very busy family with the 3 kids, and just kind of blended right in. And then about a year and a half later, then comes Eddie. Did you have anything to say about Patty?
Yeah, I could probably embellish that a little bit. We actually kind of had built-in babysitters when Patty came because there was Shelley and Jackie, and Roger wouldn't have been much of a babysitter, but nevertheless, they helped out a lot, and they kept the little one entertained.
Yes.
Very graciously.
I remember that.
And next one was Eddie, or Edward Frederick. He was a wonderful, cute little baby boy.
And he's standing right next to me.
And I understand he didn't really think he got enough attention, verbalization of his coming into this world. I was happy to think too, around at that time of our society, during birth, now, I mean, of course, the fathers, the whole family goes into the pre-birthing area and in the hospital. At that time, basically, the fathers weren't allowed in that in the delivery process at all. Mm. So they
no prenatal classes or
actually,
the birthing.
No, none of that. No. But anyway.
Wow.
Again, Eddie was he was always kind of a funny kid, and he came out with a smile on his face. There you go.
Oh.
Say a little more about that.
Okay. Well, following up on, he was just about a year and a half after Patty was born, after the 10-month pregnancy. So I was pretty sure I didn't want to do that again. And so, after going 9 months and a week, I went into my very emotional doctor and just insisted that I be induced, and he really didn't like the idea. But
you're talking
anyway,
about Patty?
No, when Eddie was being delivered. So anyway, he reluctantly, then he started crying too, so he agreed to induce me. And it was about a 4-hour proposition, and he didn't have any trouble. And he was, we didn't know if it was going to be a boy or girl, but at that time you didn't have the option to find out. But anyway, but we all kind of wanted a boy because we had the 3 girls and 1 boy, and
there you go.
So
he was wanted.
and he was kind of, I don't know. We were kind of more used to being parents, and we were not that uptight, I guess. But he became kind of the comic relief in our family. he was the one that would, I don't know. We always thought everything he did was so cute.
And yeah, running around the neighborhood
Eddie
with his underwear.
Yeah. Well, I don't know who found out. Was it one of the kids found out in later years? He was, when we were toilet training him, he was well, he just, we put him in training pants, and he just, we thought he was doing good, but we didn't realize that he was going outside and peeing on the neighbor's sheets that they had hung out.
That's pretty fun.
So we had quite a few antics with him. Could you remember anything?
Not really. He was kind of a dull kid.
Everyone had their own personalities, that's for sure.
But it was
Yeah.
a very busy household. But and yeah, there was I don't know. I don't know when he was. I don't know, maybe 3. We were going to Colorado with the Bradys and the Conleys, Bradys and the Tamasias, and
Driscoll's.
and Driscoll's, yeah. And I don't remember this, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't true, but Frank Driscoll declares to this day that we forgot Eddie at home on top of the refrigerator.
What?
No, that we
Actually
forgot.
did one time.
Yeah.
I was hiding in the refrigerator.
You hiding on the refrigerator? Huh. I know you left Patty at the park one time. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
We learned after that, though, we started doing countdowns.
Oh,
We'd get in the car and there would be, Shelley, yeah, Jackie, yeah,
Yeah.
here. So,
well, there was a lot going on, that's for sure.
yeah.
Well, good.
And then I think we had, I don't know if we had 1 or 2 dogs at that time. I forget which dog we had.
Cats.
Yeah.
No, cat. You tried a cat once. I remember that.
No.
Calico.
Mhm.
For a short time, a snake.
Yeah.
Any other
Snake,
pets?
garter snake.
And
love
those
that
stinky,
snake.
those stinky.
All those hamsters.
Hamsters.
Guinea pig. They
Yeah.
squeal all the time.
Yeah.
Oh my.
But we were living over in. Well, let's see. Oh, I know the other thing. When Eddie was born, that was when Dr. Fisher always reminds us. That was when I was sitting there. We had redone added on a little room in the back, and we were sitting there. I was breastfeeding Eddie, and that was when the astronaut landed on the moon, and John Fisher was there, and he always remembers that we should remember that
Oh,
was what
wow.
we were doing when the astronaut landed on the moon.
That's monumental.
So-
And you had all your kids by the time you were 30, so you met your goal.
Yep, and so I knew I was done.
Wow. That's amazing. Great.
So I think
Any-
that kind of.
Any other memories that we need to cover, Eddie?
Well,
Did you
I
want to
think
say
that was-
anything else?
Unless you want to talk about, since we're at the 80th birthday, you can talk maybe about having all the family together in
Yeah, this is
California to
nice.
What
wrap
that
up.
meant to you?
This is, it was,
Are we still?
it was,
Yeah, we're still
it was,
recording.
it was very nice. It'll be very memorable. And I'll probably remember it for the next 20 years, I'm sure. And I was, I've always been, it's been always kind of difficult for people to surprise me. I think it's because I got that suspicious mind or something like that. I knew there was something going around. I knew there was something was going to happen. I had some idea where it was going to be, but I was surprised. Yeah, I was happily surprised.
All the
And that
kids.
worked out.
Yeah,
All the kids. have
all the
come.
kids were here and just had a blast.
Yeah, this has been good.
Yeah, and we're proud of all the kids. My dad had, whoops. My dad's goal for us was that we stay out of jail and off welfare, and so if I apply that to all our kids, they've well exceeded that.
And what row were they on?
And they're all at this point off the payroll. So that's so the grandkids, we've got 12 of them now, and they're all doing good. So we're pretty proud.